Good evening, YouTube family. I am coming to you today with my final update in my Pan That Lorac Mint palette. The mirror in this palette is facing me and it got me off track. If you want to watch more of my videos, please rate, comment, and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I am obviously about to start a brand new Pan That palette, and I would like to say this month I accidentally finished all of the rose gold, plum, and pink colors with a little shimmer in them. And at that point, this palette became extremely difficult for me to use. The mint color is still a standout look. This is the color that I have all over my mobile lid, and then I put the mint color on top of it. This color I think is extremely light for me. I noticed that a lot of you use this color as a highlighter for your for your cheekbone, and then you use for the brow bone and even up here. Well, I can do that with this color, but not with this color. And as you see, my skin is in awful condition right now. I believe it's because I'm eating a lot of fresh greens and stuff from the garden, so it's causing me to detox, and all kind of stuff is coming out my pores, so my skin is just so embarrassing right now. So wearing these very light colors with no dark colors to compensate, it was a learning experience for me. I do like this look that I have achieved. I will show you some photos of all the various looks that I did attempt with these last three colors. I just panned this color right here today, and the way that I panned it is that I'm using it as an inner corner highlight. I've never used a matte color as an inner corner highlight, but today I went ahead and did that, and in doing that, I was able to finally pan this palette, and that for me, I'm finished, I'm done. I will continue using this mint color here. I will continue to finish this color here. I do have this on as my blush. As you can see, it is a very natural looking blush on me. Please excuse all the scarring. I've purchased a lot of skincare, and I'm hoping that I find some products that help me along with detoxing and getting rid of stuff. I just started eating more greens, more fresh greens. I have a garden, if you are on my channel, you'll see my gardening videos pop up periodically, and stuff seems to be coming forward. At least that's what I think it is. Who can ever really know? But, and I use this blush color not only as a blush, I use it as a highlighter. I use it as a transition color, so you can see a little bit of it in my brow there. I today was shopping at Ulta, and if you keep watching, you'll see my Ulta haul. And so I tried the Smashbox set that's on sale, the Smashbox palette that's on sale at Ulta, and I came home, didn't want to be too rash with it, and I think I like that Smashbox because it has a lot of transition colors. I don't think it got great reviews, but I do like Smashbox products, so I'm considering picking that up because I noticed when I got to this point in this palette, I realized I have a lot of colors that I can use all over the lid. I have a lot of colors that I can use for a pop of color. Not a lot of pastel, but just this is my only pastel. Actually, I have a few pastel palettes that I've acquired recently, but they're not Lorac quality. And this color is easy for me to come by in most palettes, but not Lorac quality. Like, for instance, I could not wear a color like this in many formulas because Lorac is finely milled. It is a soft eyeshadow formula, so it allows me to get away with the fact that this color is screaming light on my skin color. This color is brilliant to the point of making it almost a neon green eyeshadow against my skin tone, and You can tell it's green, but then I could use this as a white or a highlight if I wanted to. So, but I can get away with that because Lorac finally mills their product. It is so beautiful. And when I got to this point in this palette and I compared it to using these kind of colors in some drugstore formulas that are beautiful and highly pigmented, but not as finely milled, I am not capable of getting away with this. I know people who are lighter than me, you're like, oh, it's no big deal because you could probably use this mint color as a transition color. You could use it all over the lid. You could get a lot more use out of that just the way it is. This right here would be quite a dark color on you. This would be dark. This would be a 3 set here that would still work for you. For me, the shadow has to be of impeccable quality for me to get away with that. But I was able to do it with this. I must admit, at this point in the shadow is when I start thinking, even though I love this shadow, I love this as my spring look. It is going to be my April look. You know, I'm going to be wearing this look a lot. It's going to be my go-to until I finish up the rest of this palette because I thought about it. If I set this palette aside, when I come back to it, I have a palette that's almost empty, and I might just get frustrated and throw it away like this because it's frustrating to look at. The color that I have left, just like everybody else, is the color that I use this often, but I can only use the teeniest tiny bit. So I guess things reverse for me. For me, when it comes to the lightest color, I have to use the tiniest bit, whereas with the dark color, I can use a ton of it because it's close to my skin color. But all in all, I'm very happy with the flexibility, the quality of the Lorac eyeshadows. This is not a pro formula. Everybody talks about the formula and they say this is not a good formula. I am here to tell you, Lorac's formula, everyone I've tried, the formula has always been fabulous. I can trust their eyeshadows to be good quality, and this is no exception. Maybe I've just gotten all of their best palettes, or the best palettes for me by accident, but I thoroughly enjoyed this palette. I just had to think outside of the box when I lost that plum color. Once I figured it out and switched to a brown, I'm okay. I also, this palette, once I got to the point of using these 3 colors, I realized, okay, this color isn't really dark enough to give me the look I want, but I don't want to go with a dark brown. I want a spring look. I don't want a color here that's so dark that it's, you know, bringing me into a more winter look, or what we like to call an Instagram look, where you got this dark shadow. I feel like with my dark skin color, I got enough dark naturally that I can cheat out and just use a look that's softer and prettier, and especially since it's springtime. You know, it's springtime. But this is my progress, and let me see. Has it been 2 months, guys? Have I been working? I think I panned these the first month. I finished them the second month, and now I've panned all of these. I did not think I was going to pan this. I thought that I was going to leave this, but I love this. I love this blush. I have it on right now. I don't think it is coming across. You can see a little bit of warmth there, and you can see it mirrored a little bit of warmth there, but I do really I love this palette, and guys, I've used it so much. I've created so many different looks out of it that I'm ready to move on. But I'm thinking, well, if I move on now, I've got 2 weeks left of this probably. When I finish these 3, I might just, I think I'll finish it all. When I finish these 3, which will probably happen in a week or 2, I will have this one left. And I'll just keep on using this underneath the brow and try to come up with some other ways that I can use it to complete it so that I can have an empties video that's completely empty. So that is my update for my palette my Pan That palette. I've finished it. It will now go into my finished, the products that I want to finish. So you'll see the same palette in another video for me to push myself to finish it. And I mean, come on. I'm talking myself into, I should not hold on to a palette that looks like this. There's no point in it. It's taking up space that it doesn't need to take up. I need to just go ahead and press through. This is where it gets hard to pan the palette, when you had so much fun with the palette and the palette looks like this and you're like, I want to use other stuff, but I'm going to press through. I'm going to put this in the finish and I will find unique ways to use it. I will use it as quickly as possible. And there may be some interesting and desperate looks that I come up with in my effort to finish it, but this is my final update for panning. It's a little bitty pan in there. This is my final update for panning, and I thank you all for watching this journey of mine to pan this palette. I might see if I can use that as a highlighter, because if I can use that as a highlighter, I use this as a highlighter and an eyeshadow, and in 1 month I basically decimated that. But of course the blush, like I could probably I'll go ahead and reapply some blush right now, because this color doesn't have a lot of staying power on my skin tone. It's perfect for a person who's much lighter than me, but I basically have to really pack it on to get any color on my skin. But I love the soft, look how soft and pretty that is. Ooh, just lovely. And yeah, I don't have anything to blend it out, but look at that. It's a highlight and a blush at the same time. And now you know why I use so much, because I'm basically packing it on to get a little bit of color. Yeah, guys, my skin it's ratchet right now. It's ratchet. And I mean, every spring I do go through a fact of when I start eating more raw fruits and vegetables and smoothies and stuff, because I have access to more stuff. I do find myself running into something but never like this before. So there we go. You can see now you see how quickly I go through that. But look at that. Look at that beautiful glow and highlight. So that's how I've been using it. Thank you for watching this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm going to have to add in another palette to get this look. So I'm going to be panning another palette. So look for a few other panning videos. And I've got some hauls, and I've got gardening videos, and I've even got a few rants coming up as soon as I get around to it. I mean, is anybody else besides me paranoid and thinking they're seeing Russians in every planter? I'm glued to the news and all of that, but I'm trying not to be too over the top with this, and I'm hoping that April is the month where this thing wraps itself in a nice bow and President Hillary Clinton is instated to, yeah, guys, I still know Trump was never president. We now have the tie. Let's keep it moving. Don't be fearful. We got our health insurance. Our friends and family can come and visit us. Whew. But it's a roller coaster ride in my mind. Thank you for watching this video. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye.